are gonna shed. No, none of it what we're ahead. No more tears are gonna shed.
You don't have to use my videos. You can use my voice. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm doing right now. But you be wanting to look at me and stuff like that. Now I don't understand why. But peep gang, you worried about the cannabis and all that stuff. You worried about all this stuff. Let's talk about the action. All right? Let's show how.
Alright, true peace everybody. We're gonna get into this video real quick. And before we begin, I just want to address a couple things that Charles was saying in his videos and whatnot. And other people that got so much to say but never even spoke to me in a day in their life. So we just gonna get started. So first off, this is to prove, because Charles keeps saying that we just using his pictures and we just could use his voice and yada yada yada. This goes to show, I'm gonna show y'all right now how far back this dude has even been on his Instagram talking about us, and we had no idea. Like there's no pictures of this man on my Instagram page. That's how dedicated he is to look up to us. But he don't want to admit it, that he's looking up to us. He don't want to admit it. He swears somebody's chasing after him when nobody even cares. The fact that you got us on your page, what, 3 years ago? 3 years ago? Makes no sense. You're mad weird for that. So let's keep looking. Let's look at this clown's Instagram, where he's trying to play victim like we just called him out and we came out of nowhere attacking him, when the truth and the facts are gonna show otherwise. Let's take a look. But I'm gonna also address this too. So he's not the Nunibu assassin. It's the debate book with by Taharka, right? So here it says, point 9, York used Afro Uno as his own. Then it says, according to Tarnun Nubuhu Nupu and his followers, Dr. Malachi Z. York used the name Afro Uno as his own. This is another blatant lie, because there's nowhere in any of Dr. York's publications where he used or tried to co-opt the name Afro Uno as his own. That's a lie, because even Jay Reese said he did, Charles has said he did, and Adafa yourself said that that York never corrected that lie. So that already knocks it out the park. I already did videos on y'all admitting this. So then it says here, in fact, when asked by one of his followers who and what Afro Uno was, York made jest of the name by dismissing it as Afro being a hairstyle and Uno being the number one in Latin, which means he did not care about the name Afro Uno. That's a lie, because he still cares about using the books. Nuwaubians are still using the books, including Charles. He's a Nuwaubian. Furthermore, Dr. York supported the Nudibu assassin Charles Agee, aka Grand Kush, has even released a photograph of the individual the Nudibu's claim was Afro Uno. He did not release that photo. He already claimed on video camera that he did not release the video. He said he did not claim it. He didn't release it. They got it from Al Carter. We already confirmed all of this. So the fact that he's posting this, he posted this on July 2nd. The fact of the matter I'm trying to address here is that he was making claims that he didn't tell them to put that picture in the book, and he didn't have nothing to do with the book. He don't want to address the book. But why you putting pages of the book on your Instagram like it's fact, and you allowed them to continue to lie and say that you was the one who dropped the image of Reginald Eves, but y'all thought it was Afro Uno. So that makes no sense right there. You know it was a lie, but you still allowed the lie. So you can't sit there and say that you had no idea and you don't want to address the book. No, we got to address the book because you posted in the book. Y'all was sitting there saying we can't touch the book. Y'all was saying all of this stuff. But no, but now that's already cleared up. I'm not going to get into that. So we're going to look over here at the captions. We're going to look at more lies. He said from 1984 to 1989, he was banging in Los Angeles. He was in the Nation of Islam 1987 to 1990. Then he said he was in Nuwaubu from 1991 in Atlanta, Georgia. Then he said Nuwaubian student teacher of religion and science 1998 to 2004 in the London, UK. Then he said Noon Science, Nupu, 2004, Minneapolis, Minnesota, I'm assuming. That's a lie. He was not practicing Noon Science in 2004. That's a lie. Then, if you had Noon in 2004, why would you go jump into Islam if you had Noon Science? That makes no sense. Because Noon Science says not to even jump into religion. That makes absolutely no sense. That also goes into Taharka's claim saying that the only other person Afro Uno could be was Sheikh Dawood. Why would, first of all, if Afro Uno was Sheikh Dawood, him writing the Bible interpretations and explanation books in the non-bulls would be hypocritical to the religion that he practiced. That's the point. So that he's completely out of that. He's not, that's not who Afro Uno is. That's the problem here. Y'all just making stuff up. Then he said Islamic Sufism practiced with Somalis and Ethiopians 2007 to 2009. That's what he says. Then he says combining Nuwaubu and Noon into one science from 2010 to 2021. That's another lie. Unless you was always a Nuwaubian and was trying to hide behind Noon. And on top of that, if y'all saying Dr. York is the teacher of Nuwaubu or Wu Nuwaubu, whatever, did Dr. York ask you to combine Noon Science with Nuwaubu? The Afro Uno or the mental energies Nupu guide you to tell you that was the right thing to do. That makes no sense. All the Noon books say to stay away from organizations like the Nuwaubians. So why would you sit there and try to combine the two? That means you had your own agenda, and that makes you an idiot and you're very ignorant. That's dumb. So let's move on. We're going to just show who really started all of this mess. And I'm also going to prove that he was not into Nuwaubu at one point. He's a liar, saying that he was trying to combine Nuwaubu and Noon from 2010 to 2021. He was sitting on in our group going against them. So that's not even fact. But let's keep going. See, he got the book cover here here too. He posted the books, but sitting there saying we don't need to address it. There's a lie in there. You was adamant saying that Reginald Eves was Afro Uno. You said the pic was real. It was real. We couldn't touch it. Yada yada yada. Now y'all changing up y'all words. Let's keep looking. We're gonna go all the way back, y'all. We're gonna go all the way back. He been a hater on the low, and like I told you, I never met this dude a day in my life. I never even had a conversation with him. And I remember a while back, he started getting disrespectful out his mouth, and he had to end up apologizing to me because he was getting disrespectful. Mind you, I ain't never say nothing to this man. See, he got the Nupu symbols all over the place. Well, let's go back. Let's look into where he, because if that's the case, see, look, he got Nunet here and Tarnum. Look what the date is. August 5th, 2020. This is ridiculous. Let's go. Let's keep looking. See, he got the Nupu symbols here and all of that. So you pick a side. That's it. It's either you down with Noon or you down with Wu Nuap. You cannot combine the two. But let's keep looking. See, look, Nupu symbol right here, June 23rd, 2020. Let's keep looking. We're gonna keep going because he's a creep. Who puts people they don't like on their Instagram? You're a weirdo. Let's keep looking. See here, look, Nupu symbol. See, look, he talking about he's God. Yeah, ghost God. Look. Nupu symbols. February 2020. It's all deception because he don't support Noon. Look at this. So how was he the Noonibu assassin? Please let me know. Let's keep looking. See, look, he using the symbols from the nature books with the 999. Just corrupting it. Look at this. Look at this foolishness. This is the real Grand Kush right here. This is the real one. See, he said, remember, the only devil is inside of you. For if God made a devil to contend with, then wouldn't this lessen the power of God? Or the devil is also a part of God. See, just dumb stuff. This is in 2019. This is the real demon right here that y'all looking at, that y'all sitting here siding with. And he's sitting there siding with a pedophile, another demon. Let's keep looking. Look at this. Look at these pictures he got up here. This is October 23rd, 2019. He got me, Nebu, Anut, Nunet, and Tarnum. And he talking about he smashed the Zupuites. We was never even talking to this guy. We wasn't making no videos against him. He just was getting offended because Anut was going in telling him about how bodybuilding and stuff started from the Greeks and stuff like that, and it was dealing with homosexuality and all this other stuff. And then, you know, it started going into all these different areas. Out of nowhere, he just started trying to go against everybody for no reason. He never had a reason on why he was doing all of that in the group. First he was, asking the Wapians this. Dr. York was doing this and doing that. Dr. York was guilty. All of this stuff. Now, all out of nowhere, now we gotta be on pictures and stuff. And he still got this on his page. You don't see nothing wrong with this? That's sick. It's 2019. Let's keep looking. See, look, Nupu symbol. Look at this. See here, you can see the confusion. And the problem here is with a lot of people that get into Noon, they start doing stupid stuff like this, combining York symbols or combining religious symbols and smashing them together with Noon. And as soon as somebody says something, now we a cult. Now we wrong. Now we disrespectful. That don't make no sense. That means y'all don't understand what Noon is. Address things head on. Because when you sit there and wait, you become just as guilty as the person that's committing the crime. That's dumb. Look at this. This is nonsense. Look what he said. He said a Negro who doesn't study gets lost in the colors, never seeing the deepness and richness of self. You don't study. What you do is study. You don't study Noon. What you do is study other people's lives and try to make comparisons and act like you at the top. You at the bottom. You ain't no better than nobody, so stop acting like you are. You look like a fool right here. See, he said, while you remain being a separatist and a hater, I'm being blessed with greatness. I know you prayed on my downfall, but it will never happen unless I wanted to. You're already creating your own downfall by deception, slander. You was already making threats to people's lives. You was doing all of this stuff. So that puts you in the category of things eventually going to happen to you naturally. You created that. Just like everybody else corrupting noon science or sitting here lying on people's names and hiding behind the scenes talking junk instead of addressing stuff head on, y'all just as guilty. Y'all sitting here covering for Dr. York and he was touching children, y'all just as guilty. Let's keep looking. I'm just showing you how far back this creep goes doing stuff, and it makes no sense. Look at this. Look at this. March 5th, 2019. Make no sense. You a creep. Let's keep looking. Look, this is me. He got me up here March 5th, 2019. Clown. Look at this. This is all 2019. All these photos right here. 2019. He's obsessed. And it's sick. And nobody don't see nothing wrong with it. You got a whole wife and kids and all of that. You have a whole wife and kids. Why you not worried about them? Why you ain't at home teaching them noon? You literally taking up hours of your day researching and hopping on people's pages and trying to dig in conversations that you wasn't even there for and don't even got full information on, instead of taking care of your family. Like, mind your business. None of this had anything to do with you. Anytime somebody else was addressed about something, why do you feel like you have something to say? Look at this nonsense. Nonsense. Talking about some sound right reasoning. The all is mental. You attract what you think. Yeah, you do attract what you think. You thinking about Nuwapu. You thinking about Dr. York. You attract all that negativity. Yeah, dude is a weirdo. I have enough looking at this weird creep. Alright, so now we're going to go here. Because he was talking about how, oh, I'm talking about Nuwapians, but my name was Kwamampt, Renenet, Most Ray or something. No, it wasn't. It was Kwamampt, Renenet, Most Nupu or something like that. Regardless, I put out that name back in 2000, probably like 12 or something. I don't know. No, like 2000. I don't know. This was so long ago when that name got formulated. Number one. Number two, the fact that you're now saying what my old name was proves that you lied when you said that my name came from the word queen. That's what you said. Remember that. Remember, you said that. You said it came from queen. You never said it came from Kwamampt. Right? Putting them together, you said that I'm removing, I left out the N or F.
I said she either left out the N or she left out the F. Queen and queef. And you know what a queef is. Okay. When it comes down to using the word queen, you gotta understand that this is not an Ethiopian word. First off, it's a Middle English word. And I'm gonna go through the etymology of the word.
But when did I ever say that Kwipu came from queen? Never stated that. Right? So I seen that there was issues within my own name. I didn't need nobody to come and correct me. I seen that there was issues within my own name. So I changed it to Kwipu. That's what I did. Which I have rights to do. The same way you was going by Oroku, Nupu, and all this other stuff. Now you call yourself Grand Kush and you feel like you bigger than everybody. You are a morsel. You are a loser. Like, you don't see nothing wrong. You are a loser. Let's keep looking, because I addressed this already. Let's look at this. This post is 2015. I was talking to Jacquees. So I'm gonna just read the post. It says, I asked Jacquees Manning who was the Amanubi Doc was referring to when he said he was not the Amanubi in the Nambo and BIAE books. He honestly answered that he did not know. If your teacher said he was not the Amanubi in the BIAE or Nambo, this means that there is an Amanubi in the BIAE and Nambos. It's just not Dr. York. And if it's not Dr. York, who is it? Which the evidence proves is Afro Unu. We haven't been saying nothing different since the formulation of this group. That's the point. Doc even said he didn't write the Nambo or BIAE in the letter below. So who did it if it wasn't him? The evidence proves it was Afro Unu. How can Doc have written those books and introduced them first if he never wrote them and admitted to it? The same way he admitted to child molestation, and y'all still don't believe it. Jacquees then stated that the ones who authored the books are Asu Nupu, Nabu Nupu, and Wu Nupu. So I then asked him, who are they according to him? First he said apparently 3 people. Next he said 3 beings. And third he said they are the 3 degrees of Nuwapu. So that means Nuwapians have always been confused on who those 3 writers were. We already know who they are. We're the ones who already know this. Y'all the ones who have been guessing. So that also goes into Charles making up lies, talking about, Al Carter dropped that photo years ago with Reginald Eves, and in 2020, and it took them a whole year to find it. No, we wasn't looking for it. Y'all lied. We told y'all it was a lie, and we moved on with our life. Because y'all put it in a book and y'all disrespecting the deceased now we had to find, now the truth had to come out the way that it came out. That's it. That's life. Accept it. So let's keep going. So it says, okay, so I said, my question is, how can 3 degrees or ranks or positions of Nuwapu author books? That makes no sense. Of course, 3 people or beings can author a book, but he still has shown no images of these individuals, and he doesn't seem sure in the first place. How could Afro Unu have no provable connection to being or holding the name Amanubi Rakata if Doc said he didn't write the BIAE or Nambo? And who authored those books? Amanubi Rakata. Doc stated in his letter that he said he was here to renew truth, and that he did not write the BIAE or behind the Nambo, he just renewed it. So let's look at the word renew. To make something new, fresh, or strong again. To make a promise, vow, etc. again. To begin something again, especially with more force or enthusiasm. To make like new, restore to freshness, vigor, or perfection. In order to renew something, it needs to be created first. Doc also stated I always say, ask Muslims, do you speak Arabic? Ask Israelites, do you speak Hebrew? Ask Afro Unu, what is being spoken? If Doc told Afro Unu, like many Nuwapians say, why would Doc have to ask him what was being spoken? And he stated, I always say. That leads to a conclusion based on the facts and evidence that he knew Afro Unu personally. He also stated that the cipher 0 had a tail at the bottom, which means he could not have been the author of even the nature books, because it is made clear that the curl below the Nuhus represents the solenoid. It's not a tail at 3 ether. My point. So we was never saying that Dr. York and Afro Unu didn't know each other. What we were saying was that Afro Unu was not on the land. That's all we've been saying. As far as knowing them personally, that could be spiritual. That can be spirit beings related, because we already know York is Hermes. Or we already know Afro Unu had the knowledge on how spirit beings work and all of that stuff. So he already knew what was going on. Y'all don't know the story. Y'all don't know if York picked up one of the books in Brooklyn in the bookstore and took it from there. Y'all don't know nothing. We all can. That's the thing. That's room for assumption. We need tangible proof. But the fact that y'all so still worried about Afro Unu is insane. The reason why we have to keep bringing up Afro Unu is because y'all keep bringing up Afro Unu. Is it about the information or is it about Afro Unu? At this point, we defending him because he's deceased. He can't speak for himself. And we're not going to bother his family to get information about stuff because his life is not as important as the information. He says that himself. So y'all need to, hop off the Afro Uno thing, because this is ridiculous now. So let's keep reading. That's proof that Doc was not the original writer of the book if he took an already put together, copywritten, and published document authored by Amanubi Rakata, same as Afro Uno and Johnny Eugene Brown. Then he stole the name, which he stole Afro Uno as well, and also stated he was not Afro Uno who inscribed the nature books, and that he didn't care who the writers of the nature were and didn't know who they were, and uses the word renew as a cover-up word to steal or plagiarize. If he had to make something new again, that means that it had to exist before the time he received the books, not written the books. He didn't write them. Afro Uno didn't change his names because he was running from criminal activity like Dr. York was, but it seems to be criminal because he changed his names in accordance to the cycle and season, and because he is African, Afro, and the first to be mentally resurrected, Unu, and not Ono to process hair like Doc said. That still makes me laugh. And Afro Uno even stated in his books that in the future we should be called by number names, which his name is a number name because we are naturally number people. We have the cipher 0 all the way to 9 in our kingly and queenly hair. So in the future, the mentally resurrected Nunibus would have a number name. So you still worried about Kwamamp, you still worried about Khonsu, you still worried about all these old names that the Nunibus you don't like went by, but they still going to change in the future. Or did you forget about that because you don't study? Y'all worried about the wrong things. Y'all worried about Afro Uno name changes. Why does it matter? So it says it's no different than when I changed my birth name to my scientific name from when I first received Noon all the way to today. So this is 2015 I'm referencing this. Okay? Mentally resurrected Nunibus are supposed to have Nupu at the end of their names, which I still did, even with that other name that I had. I still had Nupu at the end. And all of y'all was in the group. If y'all had a problem with my name, y'all should have said it in the group. Don't wait till 2021 and I'm no longer using the name because I seen fault in it. I seen fault in it. I didn't get checked about it. I seen fault in it. I'm like, you know what? It's time to change it up. It's time to revolve this. Okay, so it says... Okay, so it says, but when that time comes, then my name order would start as my birth name. Then I had changed my name to Kwamamp Nupu. Then I changed it to Kwipu Nupu. Then it would change to another name or names if I choose until it's the time for a number name in the future. It's called revolving. The same way Nupu Noon, starting at the tip top of the smat circle, evolves to Noon, then Noon evolves to then pantheism evolves into religion, and then religion revolves into Noon. I probably got some typos here, but the point is names change through revolution and evolution. That's how nature cycles go, and then it repeats itself over and over and over again. So then I put here, Doc changed his names more and more to also represent the moon god, neutral negative spirit force, who was inside him in spirit form. And in the negative half of the one supreme being Zupu, spirit beings are good at brainwashing people to believe that if someone seems to be different than others or does things in a large quantity, like having a bunch of names and books, that they are unique and correct or savior-like or the first to do that. That's the issue with Nawapians. Y'all claim to break a spell you are still stuck in. And your teacher said himself he did not write any of those books, and he was not Afro Uno or the Amanubi in those books, but you still are deaf to truth, facts, and correct information with evidence. True peace kins. That's what I put in it. And even with debating Nawapians, it's still levels of respect. What Nawapians end up doing is cursing people out, disrespecting people, making up these lies. The only two Nawapians that I have met that have never been disrespectful, even with the differences, is Barry Blast and what's his name? Huhika. And I've went into the bookstore. They didn't have no disrespect towards us. They gave us the books and we went out about our business. That's it. It was not that deep. It's the ones that have personal hate and feel like their progress is being threatened by other people. That's y'all own insecurities. And the fact that Noosa and Kepra and all of y'all is having a conversation in August 2015 at 8 something in the morning to talk about another man and talk about me and all of this other stuff, y'all weird for that. And on top of that, you keep calling them real Noonie Boos, so why y'all scared to address me, Tarnoon, and everybody else? Why y'all so scared? Why do y'all run to y'all little what's that, African Noon Kingdom group and post a bunch of crap in there, but you don't never tag the person that you want to address? What are y'all scared of? If y'all real Noonie Boos, address stuff head on. Bring facts and evidence. Y'all don't do that because y'all scared. That's the problem. Noon doesn't deal doesn't deal like that. It doesn't work like that. Since when does it say don't address issues head on if you're afraid? Because that's what that is. Y'all too worried about the wrong things. The fact that y'all sitting here talking about the fact that y'all even questioning why I'm still supporting Tarnoon or whatever. First of all, y'all don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Y'all don't know when laws is being used. Y'all don't know, because I'm a person that addresses stuff face to face. Ask Kyrie when he used to talk junk to Tarnoon about me. I addressed him behind the scenes. That's what we do. And you address them using the laws. Simple. Same way when Noosa dropped that smack circle, and it's still incorrect to this day, y'all refuse to use the information to make corrections. The same way I use the information to show that we are not on the right side of the smack circle, which y'all keep saying that we on the right side, when it says that we at rock bottom. So how are we on the right side of the smack? That makes no sense. And the cataclysm still hasn't hit. That's when you know that shift will take place to the right side of the smack. That's the point. Y'all just started automatically feeling a certain type of way as soon as things get addressed. The same, still using Charles, the same way Charles using y'all information, y'all using him to speak for y'all, and he adding in lies, and y'all letting him lie. That's the problem. Y'all don't want nobody to address nothing. And mind you, y'all got all this stuff to say about me, and I'm going to speak for me. Y'all got all this stuff to say about me, and I ain't never spoke or met none of y'all ever in my life. I never met Noosa. I never met Kepra. I never met Charles. I never met Kyrie. I never met none of these other people that claim to be Noonie Boos and fell out with Tarnoon. Whoever fall out with Tarnoon, that's not my business. I don't care about none of that. And y'all, and the only Noonie Boos I associate myself with is Noonet, Tarnoon, and Nebo. That's it. Y'all don't know what happens y'all don't know what happens outside of things. Y'all don't know if I address Tarnoon about certain things. Y'all don't know none of that, because when you address things head on and you say it to people's faces, it's a different kind of thing. What y'all do is y'all talk behind people's back and it backfires. All that stuff y'all say about people backfires, and it's gonna come out when it's supposed to come out. That's the problem with y'all. So let's keep looking, because I'm always gonna show this right here. This April 10th, 2015. Because this the same man saying that he taught me Noon. How? That's a lie. And y'all just read his timeline. Y'all just read his timeline right here. Hold on, let's go back. Is it this one? Yeah, y'all just read his timeline. Remember, I got Noon in 2012 from Tarnoon, right? So if he claimed to have Noon science in 2004, how would he have spoken to me? That don't make no sense. And I've never been a fan of Nuwapians' doctrine ever since I've heard of it. So if he's saying he combined Noon and Nuwapu into one science since 2010, I automatically wouldn't have been speaking to him if I knew all of this. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. I've never had a conversation where he always had a problem with me and whoever else was around. That's it. That's personal. You need to handle that. You grown. Let's keep looking. I'm gonna always keep going back to this. He said, shout out to King Kwipu Nupu. It is most exciting to see a sister stand on sound right reasoning. I know she hasn't studied as long as most of us demigod Noonie Boos, but damn, you can't tell. Good job. if somebody taught me Noon Science, these are words that they wouldn't be using. They would be more so saying, since I've taught her since A, B, and C, she has made huge progression in certain areas, yada yada. That's what he would do. He's surprised at how intelligent I am in certain areas, looking from the outside in, because he's never spoken to me. He's never sat me down and taught me. He's never done none of this. You just became a hater on your own. You already admitted that your whole page is going to be about taking down one man with fake information on your video.
You think to yourself, that was weird, but I'm not gay. You are. You are gay.
On a video. So if that's your goal, that means you're already lost. If you claim that you're trying to combine Noon and Nuwaubu, where's your work set? What have you done to contribute to Noon Science? Please let me know, because I'll wait. That don't make no sense. You saying that Noosa and Kepra and all of them are the real Noonie Boos. What have they contributed to Noon Science? Please let me know. Please let me know. And please don't say that corrupt Smat Circle or that other stuff. That it's incorrect. It's wrong. That's it. It's wrong. Just like the other calendar that Anoop made, there was errors in that too. You don't think that these things were addressed and checked? That's the problem. Y'all think that we just out here pointing fingers at everybody else and not ourselves. That makes no sense. When I'm wrong about something, or if I'm addressed with laws, I'll take it, I'll accept it, and that's it. Move on. There's no need to go to the social media for every little problem. But that's what you're doing, because you're a walking embarrassment. That's what you are. You probably a walking embarrassment in your household. I would feel insane to be coming home every day hearing there's the person that I'm supposed to be with. If I was if I was in that same situation, if I'm coming home and the person I want to be with is still talking about this same person, got pictures of the person on their Instagram, got their name written on the walls, that is obsession.
I definitely think that there are a lot of narcissists who absolutely engage in obsessive compulsive behaviors, and they do it when they are low on supply, narcissistic supply. And if you don't know what narcissistic supply is, ultimately it's attention. Narcissists are addicted to positive and negative attention. They become irritated. They experience discomfort when they are not getting attention from people. They want to be relevant. They want to be noticed. And when no one is paying attention to the narcissist, they will experience severe discomfort, and they will need to manage that discomfort somehow. And they will do that through ritualistic, obsessive, compulsive behavior. Ritualistic behavior can be anything. It could be combing your hair. It could be brushing your teeth. It could be shopping for toothpicks. It doesn't matter. It's a behavior that is repetitive. It's something that they become obsessed with temporarily. And that is how you can identify a narcissist who is engaging in this obsessive behavior and someone else who actually deals with OCD. Because with a narcissist, the obsession and the ritualistic behavior will come and go. It's not consistent. And you'll notice the only time the narcissist is engaging in this obsessive behavior or this ritualism is when they are either low on narcissistic supply or they are fresh out. They don't got nothing.
You need to get your priorities together, because Tarnunas should not be a priority in your life. I should not be a priority in your life. Nunette should not be a priority in your life. That's all y'all do. Y'all just sit there and y'all talk all this hot garbage, but y'all never address the person face to face. And the fact that Noosa even was saying that in the group and then still ended up writing Tarnoon years after that. So stop being fake. Y'all fake. And I don't, and another thing I'm gonna make clear is I don't have nothing to do with things that are said about me on my behalf that's not true that's being said to other people. If I didn't give permission for certain things to be said, or if I had no knowledge on certain things to be said, and I know they're not true, there's nothing I can do about something that was said and somebody want to lie about it. What am I supposed to do with that? All I can do is address the people or persons telling the lies. And that's what I've been doing on and off the internet. So please don't confuse yourself. And let's also go into this whole age thing. This dude has been saying I'm a teenager or I'm a child since he has grown some type of hate for Noonie Boos mid 2015, 2016. If that's the case, why was Kyrie trying to get with me too? That don't make no sense. If I'm a child, Kyrie's a grown man. We all can see that. If I'm a child, like you keep saying, wouldn't that make Kyrie a pedophile? That makes no sense. See, these are things that I don't say online because I mind my business and I be chilling. That's what I do. I do my noon thing. I contribute where I contribute at. I run my business and I mind my business. What you do is like to get in people's business. Now, when I have to come back out and say things to this ugly clown here, then that's where things go left. Because now I have to get out of my zone to talk about a clown that has no life and has no, I don't even care about this man's existence. If anything happened to this man at any point in any of these years, it's going to be well deserved because of the deception. That's how life works. And that's the same thing like Dr. York. If today was his last day on this earth, I would not care. Because there's no need to celebrate a pedophile. You know how many people was hurt? And this is all, y'all doing all of this in the name of a pedophile. Y'all weird. Then y'all want to talk about Ethereum Black and Larry Simon and all of these people that corrupt Noon science and try to fuse it with Nuwapu and then add price tags on this misinformation. Y'all still want to hold hands with and talk to. That's what y'all want to do. But as soon as I'm also going to address that thing with the book where what was changed? The word noon was placed in the BIAE in non-board books, and they took Nuwapu out. I was asked by Anut and Tarnoon to make adjustments to those books, and the reason behind it was because a lot of people were rejecting the non-board and BIAE books because of their experience in York's cult. That's it. It wasn't to deceive people. It wasn't none of that. And all of those books that's on Fine9News.com are in its original format. So there's no changes to the words or anything like that. And when this was brought to my attention, I did question it myself. Don't think that I'm sitting here just agreeing and going with the flow with stuff, because that's what y'all think. Y'all think nothing's being checked or nothing of that nature. In the end, it was done for a positive reason. It is the job of Noonie Boos to spread noon. And how are we going to spread noon when York has corrupted this information so much that people want to run away from it? That's insane. So please, these are the truths that people don't know about. Y'all swear y'all know everything about us. Y'all swear y'all know what's going on in our lives. Y'all swear y'all know all of this stuff. That's it. And the problem here is it's not all about just Noonie Boos. Just like Neb, he created this group. He created this group here, right? Because Nuwabians never gave Noonie Boos or people that don't agree with York's information a chance to express themselves in the group. Y'all censor us the same way the Caucasians censor us. That's what y'all was trying to do. Kick us out of y'all groups and act like, we didn't matter or whatever the case may be. And now we was just liars and slanderers. That's all y'all kept doing. So this group was created to give everybody a chance with rules and regulations. If you got kicked out of the group, it was most likely for breaking rules. That's it. There was no other reason why people are being removed from this group. Or getting disrespectful, getting personal, going off topic. These are reasons why people would get kicked out of the group. There's nothing that can be done about that. Neb, I'm not sure if he claims Noonie Boo, the Noonie Boo title, but he understands what sound right reasoning is. That's it. Even Chuck Morgan and Wu Zhao have had their differences in this group. Have we ever disrespected them? No. Have they ever personally disrespected us? No, they haven't. But they have expressed their differences in the things that they agree and disagree with. Does that mean that that we feel like we better than them? Does that mean that they feel like they better than us? No. What they're doing is making conversation because they feel like there's certain things that they may or may not agree with. But one thing we can all agree with is that the Nuwaubian cult and Dr. York is detrimental to Black revolution. It's not going to work that way dealing with Nuwaubians. The religion has to end. And people are just going to have to accept that. That's the point. Even the fact that Charles want to go and read, the fact that you make yourself look so stupid because you could sit here and read an apology that Tarnoon had made to some of the victims for basically saying that they weren't being honest about what happened to them. That's the right thing to do, stupid. That's the right thing to do. As you can see, Tariq is in this group as well. I'm pretty sure these individuals have been going through this for so long and understand. But the fact that people can apologize where they are wrong and understand that these people were hurt, that should be respected. What you're doing is y'all still running down this line saying that Tariq and everybody else was lying. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. An apology is the right thing to do. And stay consistent. You make apologies while you still hating on the low, then start getting disrespectful after that. You need to take notes. The man that you sitting here idolizing, which is Tarnoon, talking about, which is Tarnoon, you need to take some notes. You need to see how things work and the right thing to do when you're wrong. You're wrong and strong. That's not how that works. You don't make apologies for none of the lies you tell. You kept saying that Reginald Eves was Afro-Unu. Not one time did you apologize and say, you know what? I did promote that. I did say all of these things. And I just want to apologize to the deceased for that misinformation. You don't do that. So please, all of y'all, Kenneth, I don't even know why you even involved in this. Because number one, you was this main one hitting me up behind the scenes talking about how the church be touching people and how you had some experiences and all this other stuff going on where it deals with child abuse and molestation, but you still following Charles who supports a pedophile. You make no sense. That's stupid. And the fact that you still under every video talking junk, you don't even have no type of information. You have no type of knowledge. You don't even have common sense. None of this makes no sense. You have nothing to do with this. Nothing. But that's what y'all do. See, look, he's still right here. Here go Kenneth right here. If you so bothered by what we do in this group, why are you here? That's how we know that y'all be in our group trying to scope stuff out. That makes no sense. Are we gonna take you out the group? No. We have nothing to hide. Look at this. We're not afraid of y'all. That's the problem. Y'all the ones that's hiding. Come on now. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and worry about yourselves. All these people that got something to say about us don't produce nothing. Y'all ain't got no books. Y'all ain't got not even a piece of article of clothing. Nothing. Y'all don't have nothing. And that's the problem. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what a Noonie Boo is. The same way Noosa and Kepler was saying that in order to be another person can't tell you whether or not to be a Noonie Boo. That's a lie.
Gonna put one wheel ahead. No more tears I'm gonna shed. No, gonna put one wheel ahead. No more tears I'm gonna shed.
Because if you're using the information as the basis, that means that a person can tell you that. If Charles is sitting here, he got Osiris tatted on his arm. He support Dr. York, who is Hermes. He support lies and deception, but claims to be a Noonie Boo. You telling me that nobody can't tell him he not a Noonie Boo? That's stupid. That's dumb. Y'all making up rules that don't exist. That's what we mean. And as soon as we say stuff like that, oh, y'all not the authority. No, the book, the Noon is the authority. That's the point. If we go into the source, which is Noon, why are you taking it personal? Go to the source. Go look at what we just showed y'all in the books, and you reason on it. That's how that works. You don't now go take your anger out on somebody else. Then y'all calling me and New Ned and all of us, we in a cult. How are we in a cult? That don't make no sense. We minding our business. Y'all the ones who always got something to say. We're not sitting around having side messages talking about Noosa and Kepra and Charles and y'all. We don't care. We don't care about what y'all doing because y'all not doing nothing anyway. Y'all haven't done nothing in a long time. Y'all don't defend the facts, the truth, nothing. Y'all don't defend nothing. Y'all think that y'all just gonna wake up one day, be in Africa, drinking coconuts and living in true culture, and you didn't have to work for it. It's wartime. War is not peaceful. So it's either you accept it or you don't. I'm done with this. True mental cosmic peace in wartime.